Hi, my name is Joy Poe. This is a screencast for ENT 655, Planning a New Venture. And I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of the crowdfunding platform called Indiegogo. So Indiegogo is an international crowdfunding site. It was founded in 2008, and it is one of the first crowdfunding platforms out there. It came up alongside Kickstarter. Its headquarters are in San Francisco, and they allow you to solicit funds for your ideas, for a charity, or for a startup. And this is usually on a rewards-based system. They call them perks, where investors help shoulder the entrepreneur's risk in exchange for their chosen reward. And you can see some of the things that they are working on here. The world's lightest electric folding bike has been showing up in my email the last couple of days. It's getting to the last few days of the campaign there. And then they also have some chosen things, cool and clever finds, team favorites, production, and then health and wellness. And then they ask people what categories interest you. And then you have this option to explore those top categories too. And you see them here across. And then they kind of highlight campaigns that are recently coming up, either almost done or just getting ready to go. But you can see here that the back the project, take the ride, that's kind of alluding to the risk that people take. Sometimes people will promise things, but if they don't reach their campaign goals, then at Indiegogo you have the opportunity to take what you did raise or give it all back. If you do take what you did raise, you still have to provide those perks that you promised to the people who gave you money and then took. Indiegogo does take a 5% fee of the capital raised plus credit card fees, but that's only if you reach the goal. If you don't reach the goal, they take 9% plus credit card fees. I imagine that might be a little bit heftier and more incentive to go ahead and try to reach that goal or give the money back and try another campaign later on in the game. So we'll go back up to the top and we're going to kind of pick through, what we do. Originally, Indiegogo was well known as a creative. It funded a lot of films in the very beginning, being based in San Francisco. Now it's moved more towards the tech industry. I like their tagline. It says, "Clever things for curious humans." And it shows that, Indiegogo is focusing on innovative ideas and products at this point. Looking for the next best thing. And then you get to be part of this fun journey from the idea to bringing it to market. And if you sign up for that, they give you lots and lots of email. But that's in an effort to help these people succeed at what they do, what they're raising money for. So if we go back up to explore, over here, there it is, clever things for curious humans. You can see kind of the categories that they have. So as I said, originally they were more in this creative side, and now they've moved toward the tech and innovation. But that doesn't mean that they don't have these creative works. I saw several art studios come up, similar to Worthwhile Studio, podcast, blogs, they're huge. Lots of people raising money for internet-based activities in particular. Again, film is still in there. And then there's this community project as well. And, Indiegogo doesn't have a whole lot of rules like Kickstarter does about what you can and can't raise funds for. They basically just want you to be a good person. Don't threaten people with harm if you support their case. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, ammunition, gambling, any of the vices. Just don't do that on Indiegogo. Just be a good human. And if you're using perks, you can't claim equity. You can't offer equity as a perk. Although they do allow you to somehow offer equity, but not as a perk, I suppose. And you do have to be 18 plus. 13 to 17 does need an adult to consent for them. So we'll go over here to the entrepreneur page now. And you kind of get this feeling of what it's like on the other side. So the first couple of pages were for people interested in supporting. And here, this is going to be people who are interested in starting a campaign. I love that right off the bat they give you this crowdfunding field guide. We'll kind of check that out in just a second. This is kind of some of the more recent stats that they've come up with as far as success of Indiegogo campaigns. They do help. There's a lot of stuff on their website, a lot of links and blogs and whatnot that help you get your crowdfunding campaign up and off the ground and make it successful. They want you to succeed, it appears, most definitely. And they do help with a lot of different kinds of services. Let's see, I think there was... so down here, there's these creative services. This will help you with marketing. Fulfillment helps you with the packing and the shipping. More marketing and communications. I think this might be logos and images. They ask you to do a lot of like video and whatnot to really get people interested in your product. Then the prototyping, production, and then licensing and distribution. They do a good job, and they help you kind of meet experts. Affiliated, I'm sure. And down here you kind of get to the, hey, let's get started on a campaign. You can find some experts if you need help with something. And then this education center is fantastic. There's a ton of stuff on here. And because, you know, Kickstarter was coming up alongside them, they do a lot of this Indiegogo versus Kickstarter. So you can plan whether that's going to be a good thing for you. And Indiegogo also is part of GoFundMe. So when you sign up to start a campaign, which I can't do now because I've already logged out. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're going for an entrepreneurial project, you would go with Indiegogo, but they kind of also show you over here to charity case ideas where you would go to GoFundMe. So let's go back real quick because I don't think we need that page just yet. So I'm going to go also back up to I clicked here and I got the crowdfunding field guide, so we're going to go to that. And here it is. Yeah, so they do a great job here of helping you develop your idea from idea to launch to moving forward with your campaign. We can go real quick and look at the table of contents, you know, before launching, maintaining, after, and then resources. A lot of this goes back to that education center that they have. So you can learn a lot as you go about running a capital campaign. Planning pitches, setting your goal, deciding how long to run the campaign, how to, develop the perks that you're going to give. I like this. They help you with the pitch, the written pitch, and then the description, everything that goes on your actual page when you create a campaign. And I think I do have a picture of that somewhere. We'll find it. And then perks, making everything clear, and then adding links to your social media sites so that you can get people over there and seeing what you're up to on the social end of it. Allowing you to, again, utilize a lot of their resources as far as experts and partners, sponsors. And then also we've got here how to create kind of the marketing buzz around your campaign. Building momentum, spreading the word, and I love the social media checklist. I think that really helps people. A lot of people stare at social media and don't even know what the heck to do. So I think having a little checklist was a great idea. And then maintaining that momentum and ending strong. So they really do carry you through that. And this is just one of the useful educational documents that they have. Again, that education site shows you a lot back here to the education center. So you can go there and the experts directory as well. And they even have this references if you need to know more, best practices, how to be kind, pricing strategies. So great resource there for Indiegogo entrepreneurs who are interested. Oh yeah, so I did actually sign up. I haven't done much here yet. Again, you would go through, you'd get your campaign title, your tagline, your card image, and you can pretty much go through all of it, the content, your image, This is going to be your perks page and how many items you're going to manage. This is how you keep up with who's ordered what. This is who is on your team. Yeah, so that could pretty much kind of gets you through all of Indiegogo. You would sign up or log in once you sign up and just continue your campaign. And again, I had a lot of email interaction since signing up to start a campaign. Lots of encouragement and lots of excitement over things that are getting finishing up with their campaigns and the successes they're having. So I think Indiegogo would be fantastic, especially if you were interested in creating a tech industry, if you were developing apps, if you were a single artist out there trying to get, you know, maybe a mural funded or something like that. I think it would be a pretty great platform for resources alone. So thanks. I hope that gave you a good overview, and thanks for listening.